Hi, this is Amanda Zerly. I'm from Michigan.
Hi, welcome from Las Vegas.
Hi, Noah, I just wanted to say hi. I love your channel. I'm so glad I found your content. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Um, my story is pretty tame compared to the first one we had. Mine was really just a feeling. I had moved to Indianapolis in my early 20s, and I really didn't know anybody. I'd moved down there with a boyfriend that I met in college. And when we moved to Indianapolis, it was just kind of a really big change for me. I had come from kind of a smaller town. And so when I moved there, it was just kind of a total culture shock for me. So I was really just trying to make friends. And I had met someone in the store that I worked with. Her name was, I'll just call her S, so I don't have to disclose her name. But I met S. She worked at like the little bank area, and I worked in the flower shop, and we met each other. And eventually the friendship grew, and she had invited my boyfriend and I out to her family's house. And it was in kind of a suburb area, very different from the city area where we grew up in. It was very much a lot of farmhouses and just very country compared to the downtown of Indianapolis. And when we got there, it was a family cookout, and you could tell the house was old, but they were redoing it. So the back part of the house where we were by the pool, there was this, you could tell everything was new. It was remodeled. And, the kitchen and the bathroom, and then it went out onto a porch where there was this pool, and then they had a big backyard, and that's where everybody was hanging out. And we were outside most of the time, and I remember I had to go to the bathroom, so I just kind of wandered my way into the kitchen, and it was the new part, and I went to the bathroom, washed my hands, did what I had to do. And when I came back out, I was the only one in the house. And I remember kind of looking over to my right when I was heading out towards the porch, and you could tell that was like the living room and the upstairs part of the house. And you could tell that part of the house hadn't been touched. Like that was the old part of the house. And I remember when I took a step into that part of the house, to my right, there was this kind of winding staircase up to the right, upstairs. And there was a landing first. And on that landing, there was this old kind of monochrome looking picture from back in the day when they used to like paint on the pictures, and they would be kind of just antique looking. I thought it was neat. So I kind of took a step up, and to take a closer look. So I step up and I take a closer look. I'm looking at it. I'm thinking, that's really cool. And I kind of look upstairs, and there's something on the landing up there too. And I wanted to go check that out as well. And I'm telling you, as soon as I put my foot on that first step to go upstairs, it was like a hand on my chest.
Oh, hell.
It was an immediate stop. It was an immediate, you don't belong here. You need to back up. And I remember I literally put my hands up, and I just backed up.
Smartly.
I didn't turn around. I backed up all the way out through the kitchen into the porch, and kind of just went and sat with everybody else at the picnic table. And we kind of got back to playing cards and whatever. We were just hanging out, having drinks by the pool. And S notices I'm kind of quiet. We're always joking around and whatever, and everybody's partying. She kind of points it out. She's like, what's going on? And I tell her later, because I didn't want to freak anybody out at that moment. So I'm like, I'll tell you later. And then later on, before we're going home, I tell her, I'm like, man, I had the weirdest feeling going into your house earlier. And I told her about the feeling on my chest and the feeling of backing up and why I didn't go back into the house for the rest of the evening. And she looks me straight in the eyes, and she goes, Amanda, this house has been in my family for over 100 years. She goes, and my entire high school, the 4 years of high school, she goes, me and my sister did not live at home because we would see a figure standing at the edge of our bed. And she said she really thought it was because they had played with spirit boards when she was younger. She thought that they had invited it in, and they thought that it was family at first, but she said after a while it didn't feel that way. and it just kind of confirmed everything for me. Like, and I never went back to the house. I continued to hang out with Ash. She was a very good friend of mine, but she was really the one person that kind of opened me up to that side. I've never experienced anything other than that. Like I said, it's pretty tame. It's pretty mild. It was just a feeling, but it was a definite feeling in the chest. I felt it, and it still gives me chills to this day when I tell people. It's just I felt threatened. I felt unwelcome, and it was a definite feeling in the chest and in the throat. And I backed up, and I never went back to that place again.
Good
Wow.
for you. Good for you, because most people would fuck around
And find out, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, I'm so glad that the paranormal encounters I have had as of late, because I've had a lot, I mean, in the last, just in that one night I had a lot, and nothing was ever dark or demonic, but people keep going, when are you going to go to Goldfield Hotel? And I'm like, why do you wish that on me? Why do you want me to go to the most haunted places? Like, I'm already scared shitless. But thank you so much for your call. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next caller. That was definitely...
Thank you, guys. Have a great night.
Thank you. You as well.